replay of the Facebook Live. And today my guest is Dr. Peter Stoeveken, co-founder of Stoeveken Cosmetics Limited. He will share his tips for New Zealand importers and organic beauty care products from Germany. If this is your first time and you want to learn more about business related to this channel. Hi Peter, how are you?
Hi Max, I'm fine. Thanks for calling. I can't hear you all the time. I set up this company about, it's now importing this products about 6 years ago. And right. Starting developing and increasing the sales here in New Zealand.
Fantastic. And Peter, why did you decide to import the goods?
Yeah, that's it's an interesting question. I came here as an engineer about 9 years ago when I immigrated to New Zealand, and I was working as an engineer. And actually, I was missing high quality skin, body, bath care products here in New Zealand, and I thought to introduce it here. So I asked the manufacturer if they would be happy to distribute it to New Zealand, and I started with it from scratch.
I see. And Peter, how did you select the supply? How did you find? Did you have any specific criteria when you were looking for your product supplier?
Yeah, I know the product since 50 years. So I knew this brand. I think everybody in Middle Europe knows that brand. So I wasn't actually searching for interesting products. I knew what I wanted to sell here, because I'm very convinced about the quality and the history of the brand as well.
I see. So just one particular brand or several? Can you name any brands that you're importing?
Yes. My company stands on 2 feet. The one foot is this bath care range, which is called Kneipp, which I'm selling to pharmacies. It's about 250 pharmacies here in New Zealand. And the other foot, which is about the same net sales for me, so it's quite good. So I have 50%, is pure natural skin, body, and hair care products, and that brand is Sante and Logona. That's 2 brands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And did you have any challenges when you were starting this business? Yes. I mean, like in all, probably all business owners had their own ups and downs. So can you share a bit with us any challenges that you had, and what did you do to overcome them?
Yes, I mean the main challenges were that for the retailers who I want to buy the products for their shops. I am new, so they have never heard about Stoeveken Cosmetics, because my company was new at that time, and the brands were new as well. So that was quite difficult to tell them 2 new things, me as a company and the brand as well. So I think in the beginning, I spent most of my time not actually on selling, but on informing people about the products. And the main thing is, is not to give up. I mean, you come home from meetings where you think, why do you do that? And that happens quite often. But there are other meetings which are quite good, and there are people who love the products, and you just stick to your ideas and to your plan, and then it's working. Just the only thing is, don't give up too early. I think that's the most important thing I have learned, and so I'm happy that I haven't given up.
Was it easy enough to get your first order? Did you have to buy, like, I don't know, half a container shipment, or were they flexible enough with a new small company like Stoeveken Cosmetics?
Yes. Yes, I was very happy to have with both brands or both manufacturers at the beginning of my business, people who were actually keen to help and very supportive.
Mm-hmm.
So at the beginning, I actually got post parcels, 20 kilogram, sent by air freight, and that's quite often 1 or 2 times a month. And now it has changed, of course, with bigger sales. Now I'm using your company to get it imported with pallets, but it had never worked if those people in the sales departments of both brands would not be keen and really happy to help. So that was really good, because for them New Zealand is actually it's absolutely not important for that. It's international brands who sell everywhere in the world, and my sales numbers here for them are nearly nothing. For me, it's good, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're growing, obviously. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
If you would have to do it all over again, would you do anything differently? Like, what would be your strategy or any tip?
Yes, definitely. I would start with a smaller number of different products, and I would concentrate on a niche more than I did, and really trying to get the brand out there within this niche, and then develop from there. So I started with too many products and was trying to do too much at one time.
I see.
Yeah. So
how do you promote your business? Do you do anything specific? Do you advertise website, newspapers, or what sort of channels do you use?
Yeah, I have not a big marketing budget, so I'm not using big promotional things. I use some Facebook ads and Google ads and to promote the web pages. The promotion or the sales marketing with the retail managers of the pharmacies is I know every street of New Zealand because I've seen 500 pharmacies. So I'm driving around myself and meet the retail managers and tell them about new products and how it works.
So you do it the old school way, face-to-face sales.
Yeah. It's actually quite important because it's the only chance at the beginning of a business that you get an understanding of what's happening in the pharmacies. If I would send around wholesalers or reps, they would tell me some stories, but I wouldn't know what's actually really happening. So I think it's quite important to have this personal relation to the people who make the decisions and to keep in contact with them. But it's a hard way. It's you can imagine New Zealand is quite big to travel around, but that's how it works at the moment.
Sure.
I'm trying to use wholesale for next year.
Yes.
But the pricing point and the requirements they have make it challenging. So I'm not sure yet if I use it or not, because that all makes the prices more expensive, and I want to keep the prices low for the customers.
Fair enough. If you've just joined us and you have any questions to Peter, feel free to type them in the comments below, and Peter will answer them during the interview or later after the interview when you will see this replay. Peter, how did you manage to keep your pharmacists buying from you? Do you have any special marketing tricks or offers that you make, or it's just a good product, they just buy it from you? Anything special that you do?
Yeah, that's a very good question, which is not too easy to answer. As I said before, I have the products are in about 250 pharmacies, but the big challenge for me is that most of them don't reorder automatically.
Yes.
So they love the products, they buy it, they sell it, and then they forget it. So that's a bit the challenge. There are a few pharmacies who send a monthly order, so that's great. And the others I need to catch up with, trying all kind of emails, specials, phone, visiting again. So it's really a whole set of measures, and I'm still not sure what works best for that, because that's a bit my challenge. I'm not in their system, which they have with the wholesalers, and that makes it quite difficult.
Well, what do you think about Amazon and other big online retailers that are coming to New Zealand? That must be a big, so to speak, threat for your business and many other retailers.
Yes, I think it is. I mean, I think it's a general question you have as a distributor. If you go online, where you can offer cheaper prices for the customers, or if you go to the retail where you need to consider quite huge markups here in New Zealand. And that's how do you say here in catch 21 or 22 or something?
22, yeah.
22, yes, right. So it's really difficult. I think the only thing you can fight against it or stand is with good service and information. And I mean, that's what I do with my online shop. Everybody can order the products online as well. And so I send out the products soon. I add some extras for the customers, and I fulfill all wishes they might have, and they have. I think that's the only thing you can do. Otherwise, you would go under with this Amazon on the horizon. But then,
I think
being here in New Zealand, if someone orders products from me, he gets it the next day or the day after the next day. So that's a big advantage, selling or buying here as well. But I personally think that Amazon will change a lot here in New Zealand.
As you said, it's hard to compete on price with big gorillas like Amazon. So the fact that you offer additional stuff to your customers, better customer service, I think that's going to be a unique selling point for you.
Yeah, I give you.
Do you have any?
Give you just one example. I had a customer, actually two in the last week. They were not sure about for makeup products, and I just sent them for free testers of all. They got it for free, so they can choose which one they want, and I just trust my customers that they send the testers back, and it usually works. That's kind of service you can offer, which the big gorillas can't.
And I'm gonna mention below in the screen your website so people can visit. So it's knipe.co.nz, and they can knipe.co.nz and view your website and the products that you sell if they have any questions during this interview. Do you have any plans for the future? What are you planning to do in the next 6 to 12 months? How do you actually how do you plan to run your Christmas? Do you have any special promotions that worked out for you well in the past?
Yes, I do have special promotions for the pharmacies, and I have special promotions for my online customers as well. And so I have usually in November and December more sales than the rest of the year. So it seems to work. Yes, and I'm planning that for this year as well.
Did you plan to expand retail-wise, or is it just going to be purely online?
Excuse me?
Do you plan to establish any retail presence, or it's going to be purely online shop for your products?
No, I mean the products are available in retail stores.
Oh, through pharmacies, correct? Yes.
Yeah, it's both. So the basket products, so Kneipp, where you just mentioned the webpage,
Yes.
they are mainly available in pharmacies, and the other body and care products, and especially makeup, they are available in health shops. So that's the two retail lines, which is different. So there's it's separated as well. The health shops don't take the basket products, and the pharmacies don't take the makeup, unfortunately, till today. So I hope that will change as well. So there's a lot of room to grow.
Good. Do you have any, in conclusion, any advice to new small businesses that are trying to do some imports to New Zealand? What would you advise them, like your best favorite suggestion?
Oh, that's a good. I mean, I think the main thing is start small, start with a niche, and grow from there. And I mean, with the importing stuff itself, it's good if you have companies who do all of that for you, so you don't need to worry about the transport and everything. So that's quite good, because I have no idea about that. So it's always good to have partners like you are one, who know about it and who I can trust. So that's quite good to have that out of the own things to think about. I think the main thing is really know that you need more time than you might think, and start rather with a smaller setup. I mean, it's quite interesting. I've seen when I started, there were some free business. That's maybe another comment, idea, suggestion I have. I've seen many small business starting, and they're all, I would say, so-called coached by some people who coach them, and to tell them, you need to spend 10,000 on a good web page, you need to spend 10,000 for a great marketing campaign, and then you need to do this and that. And then they spend tens of thousands of dollars, and after 1 or 2 years, you don't see these guys anymore. So I have decided myself, I start with a small budget. I don't want to go into debt. I trust on the product, on word of mouth, and that works. So I have a growth of about 20% per year since 4 or 5 years, and that's okay.
That's good.
And I think it's much better than to do a big boost with a marketing campaign, which you then can't really follow up, maybe, and which then goes down if you don't spend even more money. So it's really my only thing. Be more cautious, and trust on the quality of the products, and trust that word of mouth works. If the products are good, people come back.
100%. And for those that were watching our interview, if you want to learn more about business, and if you don't want to miss other interviews about other interesting business ideas and best industry practices, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you have any question to Peter, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll mention again Peter's website, which is kneipp.co.nz. He's got the phone number there. If you have any questions, you can call him directly, or you can see one of his products.
That's the best-selling product here in New Zealand.
What is it?
It's a bar salt,
okay,
which helps if you have muscle pain. It's really a treatment product, so it's and that's why it's in pharmacy. It's helping.
A lot more on your website, and thanks for your time, Peter. And
yeah, thanks for this interview, Max. Thank you. Bye.
Anytime.
Yeah. Bye.